Thanks for tuning in, guys. Off out to Northford Reservoir tonight. It's only, what, a 40-minute drive from my home. Once we arrived at the car park, it's then a, 15-20 minute walk to the camping spot. There are a super abundance of camping spots here, but sadly it attracts a certain clientele. There is rubbish and litter everywhere, which is a real shame. It's a beautiful spot, the scenery is gorgeous. Got a little hill that you can climb as well. You'll see from the drone footage and any other video clips that I take that this little reservoir is rich in scenery. I'm off out with two others today, Makenzie, Little Wolf from the channel, the live stream, and another subscriber who I've met for the first time today. The weather is banging, it's about 22-23 Celsius right now, and it's to get down to about 15 Celsius tonight, so it's going to be a very warm sleep. I have a very interesting setup tonight which may appeal to a lot of people, so stay tuned. I picked somewhere local for mental health reasons because my anxiety is on point and my mood is relatively low. Thankfully it's increasing and it's getting better and it's more manageable, but just on the safe side, at least there isn't far to travel to get back home or get back to the car, and worst case scenario, a friend's. So it's just an easy one tonight to get me back into the gist of things. I took a short break from camping, but it's time to get back into the game. So I hope you guys enjoy and take care of yourselves. So check my setup, guys. I've got with me the Life Systems Geo Net. It's effectively an inner without a fly sheet. It's very lightweight and very spacious. See what it's like on the inside. Night setup. I've got the one Tigris. It's a down bag. It only cost me £47. I think it's now back up to £57. But only weighs about 800 grams. And it takes you down to 0 Celsius. I've took it down to just above freezing. And that was nice and toasty. And again, it's to be around 15 Celsius tonight, so I'll use it as a blanket. I don't need my Thermarest Neo Air X-Lite with me, so I'm just going to use two closed cell foam mats and my Trichology pillow. I've got a little pocket up here, a zipped pocket, but that's really all you've got. And I have my dinner for the evening, a tub of Nutella with vegan marshmallows, and then later on in the evening, my 4-cheese tortellini. And this is my view when I wake up. And as you can see from the inside, you can see out very clearly. And believe it or not, the insect mesh also traps a fair bit of heat. But certainly in summer conditions, during those warm nights, this tent is an absolute lifesaver. It certainly cools you down. I would thoroughly recommend it. And as you can see, plenty of space. Very easy to set up. You just put through the two poles for the sleeves and then peg it in. Tell me what you think, guys. Are you interested? Ideal for those summer conditions, and you can even use it in the rain with a tarp above it. It's a very cheap tent. You'll find the product link in my description, and it only weighs 1 kilogram and it's very compact. Right, so Brian, set up. What have you got?
I've got the Starlight 2 trekking tent.
By Robbins?
By Robbins, yes.
Robbins.
And I've had it quite a lot of years.
Had out in any extreme conditions?
Yes, I have. I've had it down to below freezing, heavy frost. I've had it up on hillsides in high winds.
40 miles per hour winds, you were saying?
Yeah, thereabouts, yeah.
So you've had it
spacious tent, yeah.
So you've had it in the snow and the rain and it's been waterproof the entire time?
I've had it in slight snow. I wouldn't say I've had it in heavy snow. Just like a dusting of snow. I've had it in heavy frost and high winds and of course torrential rain.
Dry?
Very dry. The ground sheet's 10,000 hydrostatic head.
10,000?
And the fly sheet is 5,000 hydrostatic head.
10,000 ground sheet?
Yeah.
So what about the sleeping bag?
The sleeping bag, the snug pack. Lovely piece of kit. It's a bit bulky, but it goes down to about -7. I've had it just below freezing, up in the hills. Very comfortable indeed. The mat underneath is the Alp kit, which I've had many years. It's bulky, not too heavy, but quite comfortable.
And you've been warm with both
I've
just the
been
sleeping
warm
bag
with just
and the sleeping mat
bag and
on its own.
the mat on its own. Yeah.
It's much better than the Van Gogh Nevis that you've got two poles at the end rather than one in the centre.
That's right.
And you can also open this from the inside. That's an absolute seller, that one. Absolute seller.
Open it from the inside and the outside and just leave vents.
And you can do the same with the top one as well.
Yeah.
You can open the vent from the inside.
You can open the vent from the inside, which of course goes.
And that's the two-man version. I thought there was only the one-man.
There's a one-man and this is the Starlight 2.
I generally thought they only did the one-man version of Starlight. I've never seen the two-man Starlight. And you've had this for several years.
Yeah.
You've never had to reproof it.
No.
It's just done the job. It's never let you down.
Never let me down.
There you go, guys.
I've had some scary moments in it.
Scary
I
moments.
will admit, when the wind's been really flapping, but yeah. The only downside I would say is the fly sheet never goes down to the ground.
That's a problem with snow and hail and wind.
And wind. If you're in longish grass, it helps because that shields it a little bit. But that's the downside.
Well, guys, I certainly like it. There's plenty of headroom for a tall guy like me as well. I was sitting inside and wasn't even touching the roof.
Yeah, you can sit inside, get changed quite easily.
Robin's a respectable brand. So, thank you very much, Brian. We'll move on to Makenzie's tent now. So, Makenzie has with them the 4-class Trek 500. It's got a fly sheet hydrostatic head of 2000, pretty low. And it's got a ground sheet hydrostatic head of 5000, pretty standard. But don't focus too much on the hydrostatic head. It's no doubt waterproof because I have seen nothing but decent reviews about it online. Have you had it out in the rain yet?
Not had it out in the rain yet.
No, had it out in the rain yet. It's got a nice vestibule. It's symmetrical on both ends. You can access from this door or you can access from this door. But it's a very spacious dome tent. You've got pockets at the top. Not seen that before because I don't think there's any pockets at the bottom.
Nope.
There's no pockets at the bathtub or at the side. All the pockets are at the top. Got a little lantern hanging point and a little clothesline as well to hang your socks and whatever else you feel like. He's got his trusty OEX Fathom EV 300. He's had it down to about what, 6 Celsius and you're nice and toasty.
About that.
But I know plenty of people have got this mat. I think you can take it down to about, is it -1 or is that maybe the 400? Do you know the
Zero
limit?
comfort.
Zero comfort, yeah. And you could probably take it down just to about -2 or -3. But I've known people who have taken this down just below 0 and it's kept them nice and warm. He's got his mat from Amazon. And you've really only used it in summer, haven't you? And it's did the job so far. What I like about this mat, it comes with its own little pillow, but he's also got his own 2 pillows as well because he's got broad shoulders. But let's have a little look at the tent from another angle. I like it.
Isn't it pretty?
Got the ventilation at the top. You've got this pole to... Wait, what does this pole do? That just
Pulls it out.
Oh, it pulls it out like the nature hike ones. It just looks like if you had to take this pole out, it wouldn't really do much. And you've got how many guy ropes? You've got one here, one there, and another 2 at the other side, so 4 guy out points. A hydrostatic head of 2000. I've been interested to see how this performs in the rain. But again, if it's a well-stitched tent, using certain fibres and material,
It's
just
really
like MSR, their hydrostatic head and a lot of their tents are only 1500 and they do the job.
stitching's really good on it. It's all taped. Should be fine. I'm sure we'll find out.
Polyester.
Polyester. I'm sure we'll find out quite quickly.
What's the weight? What's the weight?
Pack size is 2.8, but it's about 2.5 because I put lighter pegs with it and stuff.
Alright, so for a big 2-man polyester tent, you're normally looking at around about 3 kilograms, 3.5 kilograms. I reckon it's because of the hydrostatic head. There's less coating that makes it also that little bit lighter. But I like it, it's very spacious.
It's very sturdy.
Let's see. Oh, it does look like a very sturdy tent. I reckon in the wind it would perform very well, That's it without the guy ropes as well. It comes across as a very sturdy, strong tent, and that's even on relatively uneven ground.
Yeah.
Properly nice and taut on flat ground with all the guy ropes out. Oh, I reckon that would not let you down in the wind.
It's rated to gale force 7, which is about 48 miles an hour
40.
in a wind
That's
tunnel.
standard for a tent, aye.
So
I reckon in those emergency situations and 60 miles per hour winds, it would probably do the job once, but I think the poor poles would take a bit of a beating. And it also comes with a little fire pit, and this is your view. Sadly, people had left rubbish everywhere, and I mean rubbish everywhere. It was all scattered about over there, and down there. We managed to bag it all, so we'll take it out tomorrow, but to make the area look a little bit more respectful while we enjoy our evening, we'll just cover it using that blanket. So it looks a whole lot more decent now, but it'll look a whole lot more better when we take it all back to the car. There's a cracking little spot over here. Check this little spot out. Well guys, after walking through all of this, you eventually come to a nice little spot where you can pitch the tent. Suppose you can get a little tent here as well. Yep, there's even plenty of spots to camp in here, but as you can see, there's also a lot of rubbish, which is a real shame, as it's a cracking little spot to camp in. And we are camped over that little peninsula there. It's interesting, as this little valley is normally flooded, the water levels seem to have decreased by about, what, 15 feet. So that little spot would make a cracking little island camp. Take your crap home, guys.